You're listening to My Grito Podcast Network, celebrating the culture of Chicanos and Latinos one story and voice at a time. Listen to more My Grito Podcast Network shows over at mygrito.net. Connect on social, on Instagram and Facebook at My Grito, the My Grito Podcast Network.
3, 2, 1. Helen,
What's up?
what's going on?
Nothing much.
Thanks for coming out and doing this.
Appreciate the invite.
Have you done anything like this before?
Never.
No? First time?
Never. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, this microphone in my face and everything. Yeah, it's all new stuff.
It's all new to you?
Yeah.
That's
You're trying
cool.
to tell us you've never had a microphone in your face?
Not like this.
No?
No.
Okay. You don't do stand-up on the weekends, anything like that?
No, I mean, I don't even have a microphone like this, like in my shower.
So, you're a roller derby queen.
Not a queen, but I mean, yeah.
Okay.
I definitely am a roller derby girl.
Tell me about that.
Oh, man. Like, the toughest set of girls. I mean, it's co-ed. So, I mean, there's men that definitely do roller derby.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Really?
You can do it too, Gil.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd pay to see that.
Yeah?
I mean, we teach you how to skate. We welcome all skaters.
Wow.
You know, as long as you can put on a pair of quad skates. And
Okay.
there's 2 different types of tracks. We do a flat track.
Okay.
There's rules.
So so break it down for me.
So roller derby is usually played on 2 different types of tracks. There's a bank track. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the old movie, Whip It.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone always bases off of that movie.
Whip it.
Whip
Can we
It.
pull that up?
Yeah, so it's a bank track, so you know it's like the slopes.
Oh,
and
okay.
everything,
All right.
But I mean, back when roller derby, it was kind of like really comedic. It was like wrestling-ish. You know, they were like throwing each other like off the track and whatnot, pulling hair. It was like really
Whoa.
like a lot of like wrestling-ish stuff. We don't play on a bank track. We play on a flat track. So it's you know, you're going in counterclockwise. It's called derby direction. Each team is pretty much comprised of like 15 or more players. But at
15? That's a lot.
but at any given time though, like there's 5 from each team.
Okay.
So there's
At once. Gotcha,
Yeah.
okay.
So you'll have like 4 blockers from one team, 4 blockers from the other team, and then you have 2 jammers, and you know that they're your key players because they have the star on their helmet, and those are the only ones that are able to score points.
Okay.
So the whole point, it looks a little messy and it's a little quick and fast paced because every jam is about 2 minutes long, and the whole point is for the player with the star on the helmet to get through the blockers, make 1 full pass, and then pass the blockers again to score points.
Whoa.
So you got to pass the hips of the blockers in order to score a point. So you can score up to 4 points.
The hips of the blockers.
Yeah. Yeah. So now there's
Physical hips?
Yeah.
Or-
like, yeah.
Oh,
they're-
okay.
Yeah, they're hips.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you've never seen it before,
I've never seen it before.
you've got to pull it up before you come watch us on Saturday.
Okay.
But if you've never seen it before, it's kind of like, whoa, there's a lot going on because players are moving, you know, they're creating like tripods, the block and everything.
Okay.
So the whole point is to block the jammer from getting past you.
So is there like plays and like certain
There's
defense type of
and
strategy?
everything. Yeah, there's
in it?
offense, defense.
Wow.
Yeah. It's intense. I mean, I just joined the team in August, and I mean, I say it to pretty much all of my teammates. Derby has probably saved my life.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's better than the gym. It's cheaper than therapy. Like, I
Dang.
mean, it's a big deal.
Yeah, it looks like a big deal. Look
Yeah.
at that.
Do you guys really get to like clock each other? Like,
I mean, for the most part, I mean, you really are. It's full contact.
Can we pull up a video of this, please?
You absolutely should.
is there any video in particular? Like,
I mean, you could pull up like Prison City roller derby.
There we go. Prisons. I like the name.
Yeah, I mean, come on, we're in Chino, right?
I like the name.
Chino. We are Prison City. That's a good one. Our highlights. Yeah.
Oh. Yes. Excited for this. Are you in this video?
I'm not. But that's our captain. That's C'est La Vive.
Okay. There's the jammer, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're picking it up already, Gil. This is awesome.
Whoa, that's pretty physical.
Yeah.
And then on roller skates
On
too.
roller skates, yeah.
Yeah, that's like a lot of hand-eye coordination. Is there any like fouls or anything like that in there?
There is a whole world of penalties. We have a penalty
So they're
box.
penalties.
Yeah. I mean, it pretty much takes like 16. I think it's about 16. I mean, I could be wrong, but it's referees and non-skating officials that have to be there to put a bout together.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that again about the
Referees?
The referees, how many?
It takes like 16
Whoa.
referees and non-skating officials, because if you think about it, you've got a lot of bodies moving around in derby direction,
Right.
and so you have somebody that's blowing whistles. All the black and white shirts, those are referees.
Right.
So everybody's watching everybody to not commit penalties, and if they are, they're being called out on it. Some toe stop action there.
Toe stop.
Yeah, and then there's non-skating officials. You have people that are in the penalty box that have to clock the times for how long you're in a penalty box for.
You strike me as somebody that would be in the penalty box all the time.
I mean, it's not like I've never been in the penalty box. I have, but
No, but this looks fun. I can only imagine all the movement.
You guys
while they're
really have to
there.
come and watch us play.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a double header. This Saturday, it's close by actually. Our home games are at the Rinks Corona off the 71 and 91 off of Green River.
Oh, okay. That's pretty close.
It's close by. Our biggest ones are like our battle, that's in September.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun.
So how long were you in a team before the Prison City?
This is it.
Yeah?
Yeah. So
Really?
So the only time I ever actually skated on quad skates before was when I went to like a skating rink.
Okay. Have you always been into roller skating?
No.
No?
No.
Really?
Yeah, I was a rollerblader.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see. Is there any difference in
It's like a totally
balance?
different world.
Is it?
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's like kind of the same because, it's balance. But being like on 4 straight wheels versus 4, like 8 that are like toggled the way that they are
Right.
is really different.
Okay. Is there, like, would you say one is easier than the other? Or they're pretty equally
I would almost
challenging?
say rollerblading was easier for me.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, or it was either that or I was like younger and didn't care as much as, like I never wore protective gear. And I
Yeah.
used to jump off of curbs and everything. And
Oh,
stuff
so you
too.
used to like inline skate?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Like do tricks and
Well,
grind
not like,
and all that?
No, not like
No?
tricks, but like it was, I have to walk to school today, and I, decided I was going to
okay.
rollerblade to school instead.
Right.
Yeah, so I used to rollerblade everywhere.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but I mean, roller skate
Yeah.
places, no, I wasn't. I mean, I used to watch all those like skaters at like Venice and stuff, and be like, wow, that's really cool. They're so graceful and everything, but I never saw myself as like a graceful. I'm not. If you guys come and watch me on Saturday, I'm not like the graceful skater out of the group. I'm kind of, it looks like a deer. Learn how to walk.
That would be me.
I like kamikaze myself.
Kamikaze yourself.
I mean, like I'll just kind of throw myself in it.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
How like aggressive does this get?
I mean,
Does this look? I mean, it looks aggressive. That's what I'm saying. But like how, like, does anybody get like really extremely hurt in these?
There's injuries.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the
Like, I mean, like broken
worst you've seen?
arms, wrists.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
Arms, wrists, knees have blown.
ow?
Because if you think about it, I mean, we're like 18 and over pretty much. And so you have everybody from 18 all the way up to like over 50s. Wow. We have derby players that have been derby players for years.
Really?
Yeah, so it's young and old, all body sizes, weight.
Dang.
Yeah.
So when was the first time that you heard about roller derby?
The Mind Buzz is powered by Mind Buzz Media. Mind Buzz Media is an on-site video and audio podcast production company. Have you ever thought about starting your own video and audio podcast? Or do you have an existing podcast that you want to take to the next level? Mind Buzz Media brings a professional podcast studio to you. Visit mindbuzz.org for more.
So, I mean, I watched the movie Whip It, and I was like, wow, this is incredible, right?
Yeah.
But it probably wasn't until like a couple of years ago. And I was like, I think the movie came on or something. It was like a rerun. And I was like, oh, I need to like Google this again. And I did. And at the time I was living in Chino Hills. I was like thinking to myself, is there actually roller derby that exists, you know, outside of the movies? And if you Google it, I mean, it's all over the place. It is international. It's huge. There's like Team California. There's,
Wow. Really?
I mean, yeah. So there's like a big event called RollerCon every year in Vegas. It's like a week long, and they travel from all over the world. So it's men and women, and I mean, it's all inclusive. So everybody.
Because okay, so when I think of, even when Amber, you know, was describing to me about the team, I didn't. I'm not trying to be sexist, but roller derby seems like an all-female like sport to me. I've never seen a male in the sport.
Yeah, there are.
Really?
There are. And so in our league, there's one other team that we have played. And I know some of the girls that have been with the team a lot longer than I have definitely played against other men before.
Wow.
But yeah, there are teams that are definitely co-ed.
Oh, okay. Co-ed, that's what you call it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Dang.
When does it ever get to, like, because I'm thinking of myself, right? And I'm thinking of myself, like, okay, I'd probably go in there with the mentality of, okay, I'm probably going to get a hit. I'm probably going to do this. But does it ever get to the point where it, like, really crosses the line and it makes someone angry, like real anger?
So the thing is that we're all kind of competitive, you know. Everyone like kind of comes into it that really wants to learn all of their minimum skills and get to the point where they're going to be able to be a bouting skater. You kind of come into it like, this is what it is. I'm prepared to get hit and hit people. And so a lot of our beginner skaters, they start off from, you know, we teach you safety. The very first practice is, this is your protective gear and this is how you fall, because you have to be able to fall right, because here you are on a track, you know, you're one of 9 other people on a track. If you were to sprawl out and fall big and stuff, I mean, that's roller skates over your fingertips. You know, there's dog pile collisions. There's, you know, lots of skaters that go down at, you know, a certain point.
Yeah.
So we teach how to fall small.
Wow.
Curl up in a ball. I mean, you get big falls. You really do. And it's like you want to fall forward on like your knee pads and all of your protective gear and everything. But I mean, sometimes that's just not possible. So you kind of like pick a butt cheek, you know, go to one side, not your tailbone, right?
Yeah. Last week it was my right one. Now I'm going to go for my left one to balance it.
You want to try to kind of pick and choose if you can at all possible. Yeah. But we've had girls go down, you know, the back of their helmets, and there's a reason why we wear it. We wear mouth guards.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's full contact.
Does anybody else get like elbowed?
I mean, yeah.
Like throwing elbows, and I have to see this. Like I have to go out and see this.
You
live.
do.
Well,
you do.
When is your guys' next?
Saturday.
It's Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Saturday. It's Mardi Gras themed.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So you guys have themes?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
I mean, that's kind of like the fun thing about it also, is because it's not just like, okay, let's put on some skates and we'll just go skate around in a circle,
Yeah.
you know, or sometimes like we'll run into like some hockey players and they're like, oh, it's just the Derby girls or, you know, whatnot. But no, it's not just that. It's fun. You know, it's a whole community.
Yeah. This team, is it part of a league?
Yes.
Okay. What's the
Yeah.
league called?
Well, our league is Prison City Roller Derby.
Okay.
And then within that, our whole community, there's other leagues that are close by to
okay.
us that we play against.
So there's teams within the
in our
the league.
inner area.
What's your
yeah.
team called?
Prison City Roller Derby.
Okay. So I'm trying to think here. I'm trying to compartmentalize this whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
your league is called so the team is called Prison City
Roller Derby.
Roller Derby.
And out of all of these teams,
Yeah.
we follow WFTDA
Okay.
league rules.
Okay. WFTD,
A.
which stands for
Women's Flat Track Derby Association.
Okay.
Can you do? Let's see.
Yeah, let's do it.
Did I get that?
What?
WFTDA. I'm gonna get called out on this. Yeah,
That's why we got this.
this is great. Is it Women's Flat Track Derby Association?
Yeah. Looks like it.
Yes.
There we go.
Winner.
Can you click on that? I want to take a look at it. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. So the big is that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because we are the flat track. And then within that, I mean, we have, you know, we're kind of like the players there's like A players, B players, C players, and it's just all.
What's the difference between the
So
A player and a C player?
Okay, so I am like a freshie, but hopefully soon to be like a C player. So it's the amount of bouts and scrimmages that you've done. Yeah, so anything less than I think like 4 bouts ish or so, like 4 like actual real competitive bouts, you're still considered like a freshie. Rookie status, fresh meat.
There we go.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, if you ever have the chance and you want to pull up like some like A player games, I mean, they're fast. It's a totally different, like Rose City is a good one to kind of watch. Rose City is really, really competitive. And they're fast. These women are like really competitive.
So tell me about the first time you laced up some rollerblades and did your first bout. What was that like?
Like really nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Yeah, my actual real first bout was in February.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I've done like a couple of scrimmages here and there, but it wasn't like an actual real bout. So February was my first bout. I remember we played out in Fontana against Mission Valley, and I drank a bang on the way out there, which was probably like not a great idea. I like totally screwed myself up. My heart was beating so fast. I got to the parking lot. I remember meeting a teammate there, and I got out of the car and my heart was just like pounding out of my chest. And she's like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so nervous." And it was her first bout also. So I'm like, I can't even finish this bang. Like, I thought it was going to be a really good idea to drink this and get me fired up for this bout. And I think it just did the complete opposite. I had jitters. I went to the bathroom, like had to have a whole pep talk with myself in the mirror. Like, you got
So,
this.
hey, sometimes you need that though.
I think so. I mean,
Yeah.
it could go like one of 2 ways.
Right.
I didn't throw up, you know. And
Oh, that's good. That's a good sign.
Yeah. Yeah.
For any first time thing that you do, that's a good sign.
Yeah, and I played hard and I skated my best, and we lost, but it was almost like it didn't matter. It like I wasn't even really paying attention to the score. I was just so like amped about getting out there.
Yeah. And you did.
Yeah,
Dang. And that was back in February, right?
yeah,
Dang.
yeah. What we're March.
March? Almost April? Almost April. It's the 19th.
January, February. Yeah, January, February. Yeah.
Okay. Right on.
Yeah.
How much of the history of roller derby do you know?
I mean, I know that our team was like, I want to say like founded in like 2007.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is it a fairly new sport?
Ours. No, it's
Okay.
not.
Can we look up the history of roller derby?
Yeah, I probably should have looked this up before.
No, it's fine.
Oh, you're good.
That's why we have this. I haven't even seen the movie that you were talking about.
Whip it.
No, unless I have, and
You
Didn't
have
really.
to. You should.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We'll
it's
watch
a good,
it tonight.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
yeah.
You should
add
watch
it,
it.
add it to the list.
We will.
We have
When
a
did roller derby start? There
we
it
have
is.
an ever growing movie list.
You know, I feel like we watched a whole bunch when the pandemic hit. That's when everybody was like, I guess I'll just watch a whole bunch
Yeah.
of movies.
The long and surprising
Ooh.
history of roller derby. Noise, color, body contact for all. Okay.
A little long.
Yeah. There's no Wikipedia on it? Oh, that's
Whoa.
cool.
So let's say
It
1935.
says roller
Whoa.
derby was born on August 13, 1935 at the Chicago Coliseum. The story goes that Leo Seltzer, an event promoter who had cut his teeth on walkathons, was looking for something a little more exciting to draw Depression-era crowds. After reading in a magazine that more than 90% of Americans had roller skated at some point in their lives, he decided to put his show on wheels.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Well, this picture's from San Francisco, 1971. San Francisco Bay Bombers.
If you YouTube like what roller derby was like back then, I mean they're flinging each other out of the track.
That's
Oh.
what I remember
Yeah,
seeing.
they're pulling hair. Now you've got it.
Let's see. Let's look in the right here, like 1970s.
Mhm.
I think this is the era that I like. I mean, obviously, I wasn't there, but when I think of roller derby, I think of like,
And
this
that's
era.
what and that's what the majority of people actually, they were like, oh my gosh, is it still like this? And it's definitely not.
Whoa, there's an elbow.
There's an elbow.
There you go.
And they don't have helmets on.
Yeah, I
Oh.
mean, he has his helmet like hanging off
Oh,
of the
I
back
see
of
it,
his neck. There,
Oh, look at that guy.
some jumping.
Let's see. Let's look at this one. Yeah, I can't even think of. I can barely keep my balance walking.
You should come skate with us.
Oh man, it'd be my last day on this earth.
We'll
if I did.
teach you how to skate. No, I mean, we have a lot of players that have never skated before,
Really?
you know, and they're just out there and they're learning their balance and
That is so cool.
learning footwork.
These are all men, right?
I think, yeah, this one is.
Oh. I'm like, we don't want to see men.
So what kind of track is this?
That's a bank track.
It's a bank track.
So not only are you balancing, but you're also at an angle.
Yeah. Oh.
Whoa. Is this the track with hills?
Yeah. See
Yeah.
how it's like
Yeah.
slanted?
Yeah, at some point slanted.
Do you know what the point of like that track is? Like, not the point, but is it like, do they get more traction or anything like that? Because it looks like they're going like really fast on the turns, or is it kind of the same?
Every track is actually pretty slick.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's the whole there's different wheel hardness and everything, different, material of ground that you're skating on. our practice track is like smooth asphalt. There's indoor tracks that are, you know, like a regular skating rink that's really slick, but it's like kind of like a basketball court. So it's kind of like soft but slick. So there's different hardness of wheels that go with the different tracks.
okay.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Ouch.
Dang.
This is really cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Oh.
Whoa.
Oh.
Well, hold on. Oh.
my god.
Have you seen any of these?
I mean, I've watched like a bunch of different videos. I haven't
Yeah.
seen this one in particular, but
Have you seen this in real life? Has this happened
no.
with your team?
No. I mean, there's out of the teams that I've been able to actually play with, I mean, it's kind of like, you know, like I said, it's like a community.
Okay.
So you see a lot of players that, you know, will come in on our scrimmages and, you know, we'll skate on the same team together because scrimmages are like open. So they'll come and it's kind of like just like a black and white, you know, like jersey color, shirt color. And so you'll actually be able to play with, you know, a lot of our opponents on the same team. And then when we actually go into like a bout, then we're playing against them. So you see a lot of the same faces. It's all just kind of, you know, smiles and laughs and everything, even though we're still pretty competitive.
A community of just people doing the same thing that they love.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just getting out there. It's a lot of fun. Most of the teams, they practice like twice a week. You know, some of us are able to skate a little bit more, but you know, with like the rain that we've had, we practice outdoors. So we didn't get a whole lot of practice time these last couple weeks here. Yeah.
So football has the Super Bowl, baseball has the World Series. What does roller derby have?
I think it's like it's a team thing. Like we have a whole like Team California. So it's like states.
Like a national thing? Dang. I wonder if they have like a World Series like from other
I have a feeling
countries.
there's like something bigger that I maybe don't know about, but I know there's, I mean, up to the level that I know.
What is the World Series of roller derby?
World Series of roller derby? I mean, it's awesome though. A lot of these women, they start off, they get really excited about it. They're really good about it, or like they have their kids. There's junior skaters too, and they're even more excited. They're the ones that are like jumping apexes and, you know, like leaping over like where the track curves. We call that the apex, and they're jumping past players, and there's just no.
What was that? Scroll back down. Down. There we go. The Roller Derby World Cup is an international women's roller derby tournament formerly organized by Blood and Thunder magazine.
We love Google.
Whoa. And currently organized by the Roller Derby World Cup Committee. Teams of amateur skaters from around the world compete for the respective nations. Whoa.
That's cool.
Dang. A whole new world. I learn something new every time we flip on these mics and cameras.
I know, you meet a lot of cool people.
What has roller derby done for you? Like what has it? How does it fulfill you?
So, you know how there's like people that are like, you know, I love to go to the gym, or I like to sing in my spare time and whatnot. Strangely enough, I like to go out there and like hit.
Okay.
I like that.
All right.
Answer.
I mean, it's like, it's legal, you know, there's rules, you know, I'm not out there swinging or anything, but I mean, I just never saw myself as like, oh, I want to like learn how to kickbox or, you know, be like a boxer or anything. You know, I know that there's injuries that could possibly happen, but I like to stay away from like people hitting me in the face. You know, or in the mouth or anything like that on purpose. But skating has kind of always been like, you know, something fun to do. And then I just kind of wanted to make new friends. And so it could have gone one of two ways when I looked up roller derby and like found out there was a team that practiced down the street from me. So it was, I reached out, they got back to me. They said, come check out a practice. And I went over there and just kind of thought to myself, I could walk into a whole space full of like a bunch of bitches, or I could, make a lot of like really cool like friends out of this. And shockingly, it was really welcoming. Like these were all just, we didn't have guys on our team when I first started. We had one member that was there. He was, he's still around actually. He's going to be learning how to referee for us, or for, the derby community. But it was just welcoming. And then now I have a whole set of friends that are like, hey, you want to meet up for a beer?
Oh, that's
hey,
cool.
Do you want to hang out? We're going out to the bar. So I feel like derby's like really, I say it saved my life. And I feel like just getting out, doing something different, being a part of a community, being active, at 42, it's kind of hard to find things that I enjoy doing and have the discipline to do. Practices twice a week. And
That's a big one. Discipline is a big one, especially discipline and consistency with your time.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Yeah. And I feel like I probably would have started it a lot sooner, but work and my business and life and it all just kind of gets in the way, and it's really hard to juggle sometimes. You're constantly, I've got this to do, and then by the end of the day you're tired. We practice from 7:30 p.m. to 9:40 p.m. on Mondays and Wednesdays. So, that's at the end of the day for, the majority of everybody. And so by that time, most of our players have kids and, they work full-time jobs, and it's like trying to bring out your gear and lace up and be in the cold and skate, for a couple of hours. It takes discipline.
Yeah. Not only like physical discipline, but also like mental discipline and discipline with your schedule, and just keeping that consistency.
Yeah, 100%.
How do you keep the consistency?
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it. I think about it. It's crazy. So I am the head of recruitment, but I was like, I talk about derby all the time. Like when I'm out and about, I like rock my Prison City my shirt, and, I get really excited about like skating. If anybody wants to come out and learn how to skate or, be a part, learn the game, come and watch a game, come and watch us practice. I think it's all just like really cool. Just to see it, just to be a part of it.
So for recruitment, you have to there's some passion that you have to have when you're recruiting somebody, right?
Yeah, because imagine like not enjoying it.
Yeah,
or
not
just,
enjoying it, not believing in the product.
Like, hey, you should totally just come and skate with us. We're really cool people.
Like, it's all right.
I guess it's okay. Yeah. No, but I feel like it does take like a level of like, you have to like what it is.
Yeah.
Do you think that too? Like, I feel like mentality wise also, do you feel like roller derby is like empowering too, like to women and
100%.
Yeah.
Like how does that, because even just seeing you guys, for me, it makes me excited, and I'm not even playing.
Good.
It's just to see it. It's like,
good.
This is cool. Like,
no,
this is really cool.
That's what it is. Because even if it's not just our own teammates, it's everybody that's out there. So you're out there, and you get. Let's just say that I was a jammer, and I can't get past like a wall of blockers. You just want to be like, great job, guys. Like, you guys are annoying as crap, but like, like, great job, because that they practice hard. They, they have this strong team bond, and, they're really like putting in the effort. Or you have like a really, talented jammer that's got like great footwork, and they're like on their toe stops, and they're right along that line. You'll see some like really crafty footwork. Some people are spiraling and everything just to get past, blockers. Or you see like a really awesome apex jump, and they land it, and you're just like blown away.
What's an apex jump?
So right where the track curves, we call that the apex.
Okay.
So the blockers are like, let's just say along that along that part of the curve, right? So if this part is the curve and here comes the jammer, there's this part of the curve right here. This distance between here and here is the apex. So instead of going through the blockers like this, they just jump that.
Whoa.
So they jump that whole curve. And if you're from the inside of the track and you jump onto the inside of the track, that's an apex jump right there. That means you avoided all of these blockers. That means you just scored those points. So you see somebody jump that like an apex jump. If you look up like an apex jump in roller derby, when you see that and you're in the middle, you're just like, number one, if it was your teammate, you're like, yeah, that's like bitching. But if you see like the opposing team do that, you're just like annoyed. Look at.
Oh, okay. That's it.
Wow, that's
Whoa. That's a high jump.
and to land it on skates.
Yeah.
And going that fast, too.
Yeah, I mean, and you can do it, and you can jump it, and you can land on your knee pads, and then just get back up. And as long as you're inside the track. Yeah.
Okay. So it's not like you have to be on your feet 100% of the time. You're able to
Yeah,
fall on
you
your
fall, you
knees.
get back up. Yeah.
Yeah. And
is-
there's no penalty for that or anything.
No, I mean, as long as you're not being hit while you're down, or you know,
Okay.
like there's a whole list of penalties. But I mean, you see something like that, and it is empowering.
Yeah. That's exciting.
You absolutely want to be like, that was badass. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I said I like kamikaze like into a player, so I mean it was during our think scrimmage, and our think scrimmage it's like a big Thanksgiving thank you to the entire roller derby community, to all of the officials that volunteer, the referees, everybody that's like part of the community. So we have all of these junior skaters. We have like teenagers, like 13 and up, 13 to 16 or so. We have got like little kids. They're so cute. The little kid ones are adorable. I mean, they just skate and they have no fear. And then, we have like a lot of different themes. There's like, Barbies versus Cholas. There's like all these different things.
Cool.
But so we were playing in one of the bouts or the scrimmages, and one of the junior skaters, that was just their thing. There's just this constant apex jumping, and I mean, just lapped us like several times. And finally, I was like, I'm not going to let that happen again. And so my teammates are like, "Are you sure?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm sure." So I mean, I kind of looked over my shoulder, and I saw them coming around, and that was it. I just kind of like threw myself, and we both went out of the track. But it was, it's still like, you're like, yeah, but at the same time, it's friendly. Are you okay? Are you good? I put out my hand. You're good. You're good. Okay, we're good. All right, cool. So it's still, I mean, it's just fun. It's empowering. It's like, great job. Yeah.
All right, Amber, we're signing you up.
You need to come.
Oh
you
my
should.
God.
You should. I say you should come.
You better
You
wrap
should
me
come
in.
check out a practice. No, first of all, yeah.
That's what I want
Come
to do.
check out a practice. Come check out a practice, and then just see what it's all about. Right? Like, come meet some of the teammates and everything, and then I'll send you a bunch of information. And then
We have that box of foam. I can just duct tape
Say,
foam
you better wrap
all
me in
over you.
Bubble wrap. or
Bubble wrap.
something.
yeah. There's like butt pads. Yeah, we could put you in some butt pads.
I'm down for some butt pads. I don't even have to roller derby, and I'm down for butt pads.
Yeah, you could
Sit on my spine 24 hours. Need those.
I think you just signed up for something else.
She's not signing you up for a BBL.
Are you good on your drink? You need some more?
This is great.
How's that rim dip, by the way?
It's fantastic.
It's good?
Yeah, it's really good. I was going to ask you where you got it from.
Yeah. So our friends over there from Big Mitch send us some dab salt, dulce y divino.
It's really good. It's like really lemony, and it's not just like tahini. It's, it's like a lot.
That's the
Yeah,
salt.
I think they make like their own like
Go ahead
concoction.
and take a look at it. And then chamoy, which is the juicy limon rim dip.
That's fantastic.
There we go.
Really good.
Like it?
Yeah.
Thanks, guys, for sending that over.
Yeah,
All the way
thank
from
you.
Chicago.
From Chicago.
For real?
Yeah. They sent us a huge box. We did like a cool opening when we got it. And it was was pretty exciting getting some product from
Oh,
Chicago.
it's really good.
Yeah. But you're good. You need some more?
No, I'm good.
You're good? Okay.
So aside from Derby, who are you? What else do you do?
Who is Helen Yam?
Yeah.
Oh man.
We know you sleep and think of Derby 24/7, but I know there's more. Right?
There's so many things.
Peel back the layers.
Hey,
So many
We seen your
things.
Harley
Yeah.
on social media. That's cool.
Yeah. I have a 2020 Harley Street Bob. I love it.
So it's a street bob.
Yeah. What is a street
Mhm.
bob? I mean, it's a Harley Davidson.
Okay.
It's body style. I mean, there's like different ones, right? There's like there's soft tails, there's like big baggers and everything, but like the street bob, I feel like is kind of like an up from like the Sportster, but like a little bit of a different body style than like a soft tail. But she's a good bike. I upgraded like it was like a couple years ago.
Is it the one that was all the way at the bottom?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
I know.
that's really cool though. And you called it Lilith?
Lilith.
Lilith, that's
I
the name
named
of
her
your
I named her Lilith. Yeah.
the name of your bike?
That's the name of my bike. Yeah.
Whoa, look at that.
That's cool.
Thank you.
How long have you been riding the bike for?
You know, so this one, I mean, I've only been riding for a couple of years. But I had a Sportster before this one, and I started riding in 2017. So I'm like, I'm still a new rider. You know, I don't ride as often as I'd like to. But then, you know, it's also because we're here in SoCal and it's different riding. You know, I don't want to split lanes. I'm not trying to do this as like my daily commute, but like being out in the open and having like highway, you know, riding is definitely some good wind therapy stuff.
Damn.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
You're
I ride-
my spirit animal.
No, yeah. So I ride. I am a pet sitter. I'm one of the owners of Barkhouse Pet Sitters. We've been pet sitting, doing mobile pet sitting out here in Chino Hills, Chino, surrounding cities for.
Do you have a website or anything like that we can look up?
Yeah,
Can you pull that up?
barkhousepetsitters.com.
Barkhouse?
Mm-hmm. BARKHAUS petsitters.com.
Is it all together?
Did you do HAUS?
So far.
Yeah.
BARKHAUS.
HAUS.
Yeah.
Got it.
Oh, house. Okay.
Barkhouse. I mean, it's like a play on words, but we're spelling.
Is it this one?
It's that one where it says, "Did you mean?" Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's
Cool,
us.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
So tell me about this concept.
Oh, yeah. So, back in 2011, 2012, I actually used to live out in Oceanside, and I've had several family businesses before, and we had a dollar and up store out in Oceanside, and it was doing really well for like the first like few years or so. And then we had direct competition from a Dollar Tree that was right across the street from us.
Oh.
So business kind of struggled a little bit, and so I needed something other than 7 days of just retail. And there was it was called Bark Avenue Resort and Camp for Pets, connected to, it was a Mission Animal Hospital, Mission Animal and Bird Hospital. And so I knew the supervisor over there of the resort, and I got a job there as a kennel assistant. And so it was literally just rotating dogs out to the yard to go potty, cleaning up their runs. And then there was a big camp of like big dogs and little dogs. And so I started doing that on top of running the dollar and up store, and realized that I got to play with 40 plus dogs every day. This is like the life. And so I actually wanted to come out to Chino Hills and open up my own indoor facility. And when I moved out here to Chino Hills, do you know the Chino Animal Hospital that's right off the 71 in Chino?
Yes.
So I moved out here and was scoping for a location and was like ready to get like a business loan and everything, and drove by one day and noticed that they were under construction. So they used to just be the animal hospital with like an equine center in the back for the horses. But people don't normally come and bring their horses there, you know, like the vets go out to the properties instead. So they constructed a whole doggy daycare and resort there. And when I went and took a tour, they had the exact same concept that I wanted to do. So that kind of went out of the water. And so we decided to stay mobile instead. So there is still a big business with dogs that have anxiety, cats, you know, that don't do well at boarding facilities. You want to keep it in their homes, their scents, their routines, you know, and keep it all just comfortable at the house. So that's what we do. We do drop-in visits. We do overnight stays in clients' homes.
Wow.
Yep. And we've been doing that for almost like 7 years out in this area now.
Wow, congratulations.
Thanks. Thanks. I mean,
7 years is a long time for a business.
yeah. And I mean, you know, we're 5-star rated on Yelp and Google. We made a pretty good name for ourselves, and just excited that, you know, we still have new clients that find us every single day. And it's kind of like, it's great. Dogs, cats, birds, reptiles.
I seen.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, did you guys really sit that? What is it? What was it, like a boa?
Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah. And he's like so much bigger now.
Oh my goodness.
We've done a pig, like a big
What?
potbelly pig.
Wow.
His name is Liam. Yeah. He's not on the website. He's up on our Yelp, but
Is he is albino the name of the?
yeah, albino.
So is he or they are they the most like unconventional animal that you?
Yeah,
seen it
like
before?
other than the pig.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. And I mean, albino. Yeah. So albino actually belongs to
Or is it albino?
albino.
Oh, okay.
Like albino.
Okay.
Albino.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Gil got it. But actually belongs to one of my best friends, and she's a tattoo artist. And yeah, she had him when he was really small, and now he's way too big to be existing.
I'm like, I see.
What does that thing eat? Small children?
Like rats, like
Jeez.
giant rats.
Oh.
Yeah.
Opossums? Something.
Yeah, I know. I mean, he's just so massive. She used to take him out and like shower with him and everything, and
Whoa.
yeah,
And now?
just so that he could like stretch out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a huge, I mean, probably like as big as like your backdrop area, like to the
Wow.
ceiling,
Wow.
with like a giant branch and his water and everything. He's intense.
So what did you guys actually do for him when you?
Filled up his water, like try to distract him on one side of his little glass. It's not little, but it's a big glass cage. But distract him on one side and then slide the door on the other side to like fill up his water. And we didn't agree to do any feeding or anything, because I mean, I don't like rats, but I'm not down to put a rat in
Yeah.
a snake, area and watch it.
I've only seen that maybe a handful of times in my life, but it wasn't with a huge snake like this. It was
Yeah,
with like a I don't know, reptilian.
I had
Yeah.
a small,
Like a little garden
I
snake.
had a
Yeah.
small one, not a garden. It was a little bigger than a garden snake. I can't even tell you what it was, but we used to feed it. But the rats, they were mice. These were.
It was
Small.
an iguana. I'm sorry, my
Yours was an iguana.
my
Oh,
story was an iguana.
and ours were frozen, so they weren't live.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it was a little easier.
The
but-
live ones are, I don't even know how to explain it. It's just
That's
It's intense.
yeah, it's intense.
It's intense. Yeah. So they did the feeding. I don't even know how often he eats. I think it's like one or two a month. I don't know.
Yeah,
One
it's
or
not
two a
very,
month?
It's not very often. So they're
Yeah.
very good.
Whoa.
But I mean, there are they're people's babies.
What'd you do with the pig?
Oh, so Liam the pig, man.
Liam the pig.
yeah.
I gotta see this pig. He's on
Oh.
Yelp.
Oh, does I have him up? I think he is on Yelp. That might be a little bit of
This
something.
is so cute that
that's
you
giving me
have
something
the
to dig,
the
yeah.
names of the animals on here.
Yeah, I
That is
mean,
awesome.
I know. Apologies, this has not been updated in a long time. Lots of things in my life, but
Wow, look at that. Look
but-
at Killer. Killer looks
yeah,
awesome.
Yeah, a lot of these babies have passed, but they're all really great. But Liam the
Yeah.
pig. So there's a vet tech that's here at Chino Hills Animal Hospital, and I mean, go figure. You know, she's the one with like
And
the
is that the one right here on off of
71.
Chino
Yeah.
Avenue, right?
Yeah.
Okay, right there at the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So her name is Sam, and I mean she's cats, dogs, you know, rescues, rabbits, chickens, ducks, just and Liam the pig. Like, I mean, it was like she was like, hey, you know, will you guys come over? And you know, I'm going away. You know, it was like a really short reservation. I'm going away. Can you just come? You know, like feed the dogs. Like, you know, just make sure that you carry the chickens and put them in their home. And you know, have the ducks go up into their little house
They
and
got
everything.
ducks,
And,
too?
yeah,
Wow.
and it seemed like they all knew what they were supposed to do. It was like, come on, let's go, and they would just quack, you know, like go and everything. But like Liam the pig, Liam had to be let out to go potty, and he had food like veggies, like a big bowl of veggies, and yeah, but he was the most stubborn thing we've ever had to deal with. And
Really?
in all the years, Liam the pig was probably more intense than albino.
Really?
Yeah, because we go in and he was just so, I mean, as big as like the biggest dog bed. I'm gonna have to pull this up for you like at the end or something, but like he was just massive, and we'd be like, okay, Liam, let's go potty. And he'd like, and like get all like upset and pissed off and everything. And she was like, you know, he loves Cheerios. So like just like chuck Cheerios and like, you know, get him to like lead him like out the door and whatnot. But I mean, when I say like stubborn, he was just so stubborn. He like didn't want to get up, and he'd like grunt and like, I mean,
That is awesome.
yeah, and I've dealt with like, you
Oh my
know,
God,
like
sounds
aggressive.
Like Gil in the morning.
Leah, wait, hold on. You know how Helen is your spirit animal? I think Liam, I found my spirit animal 100%.
I'm just gonna chuck Cheerios at you.
It might work. It might work.
Yeah, pot of coffee,
There
check
you
some
go.
Cheerios.
Yes. You found it. You found the science on how to get me up in the morning.
Yeah, do it. Take a video, post it, see if it
There you go.
works.
Kill the pig. Has a really good ring to it.
If you were to be a cartoon character,
Yeah, that would be me. 100%.
yeah, he was just he's just so stubborn. Yeah, we would have her record her voice even, and she'd be like, just play,
That
just
extensive?
just play, and they'd be like, okay, Liam, get up, come on, let's go potty. And he just knew. So I mean, she was like, spray water at him, and that pissed him off even more.
Oh,
Like
God.
we've been on her coffee. If you look at the camera, Sam, I swear, like we're on your coffee table, like we're sorry. Like he's like trying to attack us.
Oh, so you were on top of the coffee table, like
Yeah.
like, get away from. Oh,
Yeah,
my
He
goodness.
because he was pissed. Pissed that we were spraying water at him. I was like, your mom told us to. This wasn't my idea. But I mean, you imagine like how hard it is, you know, like we stay in business because people are like, they just want peace of mind.
Yeah.
You know, they want to be able to travel and know that, you know, we're sending pictures and videos and updates, and their babies are good at home. But this one was she just wanted to go to Disneyland for the day.
Oh, it's for a day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We've done like a longer reservation, but he wasn't like as stubborn, but I think like as more and more time went by and not being socialized and just being used to his mom and grandma, you know, like Sam's mom. But other than that, like that was it. He was just really selective.
Dang.
He would just hold his potty.
Will you ever sit again for Liam?
I mean, I would, but it's like what
The rapport is there.
Yeah.
The rapport is there.
it's not like I don't attempt it. You know, it's like
Yeah.
we give it every best shot we can. And most of the conversations are like, well, Sam, you know, what do we do? Like if we can't, and she's like, oh, just give it your best effort. And if he chooses to hold his potty, he's gonna hold his potty. I'm like, we're gonna walk in, it's gonna be like a major flood or something. I mean, the size of the pee is like it's like a river. Like
Really?
yeah.
Wow.
Whoa.
He's like it's size, almost like the size of this table.
Whoa. Yeah, I'd be
Like
scared.
like this ish.
Wait, the pig or the pig?
The pig.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
you've never seen like a, it's like what, like a pot
A
belly?
big potbelly pig.
Watch.
No.
It's not a micro pig.
It's not
He sure is, there's nothing micro about him.
Potbelly pig.
Pot belly pigs are really
Whoa.
smart, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
that is cute.
See, these
yeah,
are the
like
little
him,
ones.
the third one over, like the third
Oh.
one, like the
that.
third one over. Yeah.
What?
Oh.
Yeah.
And people have these in their homes?
I mean, I've never seen like another one. I've just seen Liam.
There was a
See that angry face? That's
Yeah.
his
That was him?
face. That's his face.
That was Liam.
there was a couple years ago that
Descendant
a lady
from Liam. Liam's family tree.
I wonder if he was ever like that small.
Oh, I'm sure. But there was a lady that had a potbelly pig in her home as her pet, and she got a heart attack. And the pig was like her like service animal. So they say that potbelly pigs are really smart. And he
They
was
are.
able to go out to the neighbor's house and like you know, get attention. And then he brought the neighbor to the house, and they were able to save the lady.
Wow.
So yeah, so they
I don't
they're
doubt
really
it.
Smart.
I don't doubt it.
Okay.
I mean, smart enough to not listen to anybody other than mom and grandma, right? Like, no, I'm not even going to pee for you. And I boycott all my food. They're like, yeah, once you like clank his bowl, he's going to get right up. And we like went and clanked his bowl, and he was like, F you. I ain't doing it.
You're like, no.
I know. I was like, this is backfiring.
See, that's more my speed, the teacup pig.
Yeah.
There we go. That's
Yeah.
more my speed.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh,
But
yeah.
that guy
Yeah.
is he's quite an animal.
He's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. I can only imagine. Has there been like a customer or a client that you've declined because of the type of animal they were?
Yeah.
Do you have are those limitations like on your site?
I mean,
Can you talk about that?
yeah, I
Okay.
can. I mean, I can kind of graze by it a little bit,
Okay.
but you know, like we've got some clients, and it's not like we discriminate or anything against. Like, you know, we feel like all pets should be cared for, but we are a small team, and we're women, and so you know, some of our clients, they have huskies, and they like to walk their huskies on harnesses. And, you know, these dogs were bred to pull, you know, they're working dogs,
true.
and they were meant to pull with their bodies and run fast. And so, you know, in Chino Hills and, you know, our streets that are really hilly and everything, trying to walk 3-4 huskies on harnesses makes you feel like you were like at the gym for 8 hours, like for 7 days, you know, afterwards. And, you know, we've got, you know, the other owner has like a torn ACL, and, you know, we walk a lot of dogs and we care for a lot of pets. So if it's going to be a husky, you know, we prefer like different types, you know, if there's prong collars, you could use a prong collar correctly, or a martingale. You know, if you don't like something around the neck, then if the harness is the way to go, then, you know, it's just, are they trained to walk by your side, you know, and not pull in front of you? But we don't really turn away too many. we deal with a lot of reactive dogs.
When you say reactive, what does that mean?
Difference between like reactive and aggressive. So like, a reactive dog is like a dog that doesn't, let's say for example, doesn't like other dogs. And so it's more of like this barking, lunging, but it's not like they want to go and like kill the other dog. It's just like they're just reacting. So we deal with a lot of reactive dogs, and so we keep them really close to our sides. We redirect. We don't walk them side by side next to, another dog and put them in an uncomfortable situation where they just kind of have to deal with that. We'd rather our time spent with them be more of a fun, uplifting kind of walk. So if we can avoid, a lot of those encounters, we just do, versus like aggressive is like, it doesn't like people, it doesn't like dogs, so you're putting yourself in a situation where you're going to put yourself in harm and possibly, another dog out in the open, some harm. So.
Yeah. And I mean, for Christ's sakes, you were sitting a snake. So I don't think the limitations are that
not too
exclusive.
Many. Yeah, not too many.
Wow, what did you pull up? What was that?
No, nothing. I was trying to refresh the Google page.
Oh, I was like, Mauricio Molina. Who's that?
No.
Yeah. Wow, I didn't know that there was like businesses like that. I know there was like an app or something.
Yeah,
too,
there's like
right?
Rover and Wag, which are like really big networks of pet sitters.
Oh, okay. So it's a network.
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah. So it's like Rover and Wag is like kind of like a large interface. And within that, there's, everybody. Like we could be like Rover and Wag sitters. You just go through like a background check and you say, I want to walk dogs like, this many days. You have a schedule. It's kind of like doing like DoorDash, but you're doing it like on the pet sitting side. So you want to like walk dogs, do drop-in visits, take care of cats and dogs. And then you can either like board them in your home also, or you can do, stays at clients' houses also.
Dang.
Yeah. So Rover and Wag, they're big. There's a lot of pet sitters like in their network, I guess. But they also, we don't talk bad on, any other, pet sitting company, because I feel like everybody's just kind of out there to just make sure that the first priority is taking care of the animal. But, they made it on the news. There's a lot of clients that have cameras in their homes, and, a lot of these sitters, like they've gotten caught. They've gotten caught doing some shady things.
Can we pull that up, please? That was going to happen.
Yeah,
Really?
I think this was like a few years ago when it was like a Rover pet sitter had like their boyfriend or somebody come over. They were like having sex in the living room.
Whoa.
Yeah. There's like camera footage. Yeah. Or like there was like a sitter that like kicked a dog. That kind of that made it on there too.
Oh, I don't want to see anything.
No.
I know.
No.
Rover, yeah, we'll just look at
right
the
here. No,
Rover
it's
worker
slamming.
caught on security camera slamming puppy to.
No.
I don't want to see it, but I just.
But see, there's just a lot of
Rover
there's
sitter
lots of
returns
stuff.
husky with burns and puncture wounds. That is terrible.
We'll just read the.
Yeah,
the
just-
headline.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't want to see anything.
Right.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not just Rover and it's not just Wag, but it's just hard because it's such a huge network, right? And you have so many people. And I believe it's like Wag that does like a whole like lockbox thing where, they set up a lockbox and then you want your dog walk. So then there's different sitters that come and, walk the dog or whatnot. And they're like on GPS and whatnot. But I think it just kind of works out the way we have it established because we're a small team, and we're,
And it seems like you have the passion for it.
yeah.
That needs to be there.
Yeah, and I think it's more because it's like it's not just like a side gig.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like 7 days, morning through night. Yeah, like up at like sometimes we do overnight stays, and they're like, yeah, my dog goes and potties, like 5 a.m. or something, and we just try to keep the routine, and that's what we do. Or last potty is at like 10:30 p.m. okay, then last potty is, at 10:30 p.m.
So you actually spend the night at
We do.
someone's home.
Whoa.
Oh, wow. How does that dynamic work? You take the master bedroom.
What is
or
that
the
like?
couch, or-
Sometimes I've
What Amber's asking, where's the strangest place you've ever slept over at a client's house? No, yeah. How does that work?
Yeah, I've slept on everything from like a patio furniture pad on the floor to staying at like a mansion.
Wow.
Yeah, and like the guest bedroom is like, is like my room with the
There's
terrace.
mansions in Chino Hills?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, the Volano mansions.
I got to get out more.
You should.
The Volano mansions?
Yeah, and even here in Chino,
Really?
there's like horse property and everything,
Oh,
like
I know.
single-story mansions.
For sure, I know that there's horse properties
Yeah.
out here. And like sheep properties.
Oh
and
yeah,
You
huge.
walk down Riverside Avenue and
Yeah.
there's just like lambs and horses and
Yeah, I know.
wildlife.
And then if you like come down like just a little bit more and over, you have like all the huge backyards, 5-6 bedroom like homes, and they're beautiful.
And their pets are living in way better conditions than most of us, right?
Yeah.
Extreme. Yeah, are you gonna pull it up?
Wow.
Those are nuts. Volano.
Yeah.
So is that like a community of just like huge
is.
houses up
It
in the hills?
is, yeah. And it's funny because I had a client that was there, and it was like this little like a teacup Maltese. His name was Leo, and he was like this size, and his house was like that big. And he used to just like run and slip and slide, and like up and down the stairs, and the house had elevators, and
Whoa.
yeah, it was like this little dog. And he was like
That was the only animal that they had?
yeah,
Really?
yeah. He was like this like $5,000 little teacup dog from Korea.
They get up in price like that
Big time.
from Korea?
Well, just not from Korea,
Oh,
but
okay.
yeah, like
It depends on the breed, right? And how,
depends
like,
on the
pure they
breed.
are and
Yeah,
stuff.
purebred.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, so I
What-
do. I stay there, there's sometimes I do like short reservations,
Mhm.
sometimes I do like long reservations.
Nice.
What's the longest you've done? Did we cover that?
Longest reservation I've ever done was probably like where? Like
Just in general.
in general.
Yeah.
For an overnight, the longest reservation I've ever done was probably like a month long.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Was it at the mansion?
It was. It was.
Oh wow.
It was. They were away to Scotland.
Wow.
with the little guy?
No, it was
Oh.
it was another one. They have
Okay.
2 dogs. Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. It was. It was.
That's
I mean,
pretty cool. It's something different, right?
it is. It is. And then, but it's not like that all the time,
Mhm.
And then I have like another house where it's like I'm on the floor or on a couch or like a day bed. That's what they call it now. Day bed. It's a
Day
couch.
bed.
It's a couch. That thing never gets folded out into a bed.
That's what we're calling it. I'm going to get you a day bed, Amber.
Okay, got it.
With your box of Cheerios.
So roller derby, motorcycles,
Pet sitting.
taking care of pets in the community.
Yeah.
Like fun. Your life sounds
I know.
It's a lot, guys.
Doing a podcast now.
I know. I mean, this could be like, we could just kick it all the time.
Yeah.
We just have like
Like
different
every Sunday
conversations.
night.
You have different conversations about all sorts of stuff. This is cool.
There we go. Cool.
Yeah. Do custom shirts.
Oh, cool.
Custom shirts too.
You like heat press. Like
Oh, okay.
during the pandemic, it was kind of like,
That's right. You went to school to be a graphic designer, right?
yeah, I did. So I just kind of like dabble like a little bit with like design and stuff. It's more of like a hobby more than anything. But my ex, her mom, she was like, I got this machine and I don't know how to use it. And we took a trip up to Washington, and she was like, can you show me how? Because, you went to school to do all of this stuff. I'm like, well, I've never worked with this before. And I didn't even know like what a Cricut was or anything. A Cricut. And she just showed me, I spent all this money and I don't know how to use it. And I mean, you can learn everything on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, I YouTubed it and
YouTube University.
Yeah, I know. So we made our little design, and I just followed a whole YouTube thing on like how to heat press, a custom design onto a shirt, and we did it. And then, me and my entrepreneur brain was kind of like, well, I could do this. So, during like the pandemic, it was just kind of like, well, what would it take to open up an Etsy shop and do all this stuff? So I get orders, during like wedding season for like the bridal party or Mr. and Mrs. or people just have like funny sayings that they want to like put on a shirt. So I do that.
That's another long list of mine that I have. I want to put everything on a shirt.
I bet you have lots of things. you should just throw your list over to me. You should play with a bunch of different fonts, and then I send you some mock-ups, and you say yes.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's the pitch.
Yeah. I mean, why not? It's just fun. It's fun stuff. It's just like different hobbies to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy how you have that entrepreneur mentality and everything seems like an opportunity,
Always.
right?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it kind of gets me in trouble a little bit though, because like somebody will be doing something and it's kind of like, oh, well, could I do that? Like, could I learn how to do that? So then, and then there's really not that much space on my plate, but it's always fun to learn something new, see if you could do it. It's like the whole supply and demand thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like, tell me what you need and I'll see if I can get it.
Yeah.
I may know nothing about it, but.
Yeah. I mean, Amber, that's how we did you came up with the clothing swap thing, right?
Yeah.
Oh, what do you do?
No, well, we put, my family owns like a coffee shop and we put events on for like the community and we do things like that. So I started doing a clothing swap. I did it not last month, but the month before, and it's completely free for anybody. And you pretty much, get clothes that doesn't serve you a purpose anymore in your closet that's still pretty good. And then you bring it and we set it up like a store, and then you can either just leave it or choose other items that other people brought that are like gently used, and we just kind of swap it around.
Oh,
So it's
that's
like free
awesome.
shopping. It's cool, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, but I'm kind of like you. Like I think I get both of us in trouble because I'm like, yeah, we can do it. You can totally do it. What did I have you do? We had an event at the shop, and then I was like, so they asked us to make food, and I think we can do it. I think we can make extra money. And Gail's like, I don't know. And I'm like, no. Look, my dad has this. We have this, and
We
that,
have
blah,
everything
blah.
already. Let's just
And
set
then-
it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then at the end, he's just like, all right. And then the day comes, and he's just like, fuck. And I'm like, I'm sorry.
That's happened before to me too. Definitely.
She's the brains and she has all these great ideas. I was just on a podcast yesterday talking about our work dynamic of her and I. And she has the ideas and I have the inner workings, and I make things happen, right?
Yeah.
Whatever.
great.
Yeah, whatever idea she has, like okay, all right, let's see. Challenge me
Amber, when's your
on
birthday?
what we're gonna do this.
November.
November. End of November?
No, beginning.
Oh, okay.
Why? What are you? What's your sign?
I'm a Sagittarius.
Oh, I'm a Scorpio.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What are you, Gil?
I'm a Virgo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
My ex was a Virgo.
Whoa. There you go. I'm Liam. Whatever Liam is, I'm Liam's.
Liam's
sign.
probably a Virgo.
He sounds like one,
He
right?
just sounds like a Virgo. Yeah.
See, I'm not the only one.
If animals had signs, yeah, Liam would have been Virgo.
But yeah, I mean that's just what happens with our entrepreneurial
Yeah.
minds, right?
Yeah.
We see opportunity wherever there is one,
In
and
everything.
and if there's not one, we will make one.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, like my friends, like they have like, like odd jobs or whatnot and everything. And like, well, I mean, have you ever wanted to like build your own office? Like, you don't want to just, why not be your own boss?
Yeah.
But it's weird though, because it's like, this is kind of, it's always been instilled in me. Like my dad, had always, have like old fashioned Asian parents, and my dad and my mom like didn't have like the highest level of education. So it was always just like, my dad was just this workhorse, but he always wanted to get, find an opportunity where it was like, so we would have like this like better future for our family. And so it was always, what kind of business could we do? So we've done several different businesses, and it was like growing up in a donut shop, and, went and we did like a cafe, there was like a liquor store, the dollar and up store, like retail stores and whatnot. I mean, he's always thinking of something to do, always wanting to do something.
So you picked it up from being in that type of environment.
I think so, yeah. And it
conditioned you a little bit.
It started off really young, and it was always this. I like money, so it was always just kind of this thing about, something as simple as going with my dad to Costco. And I feel like this is how it all started. And I remember I was really young, and we went to Costco, and we were buying like cases of soda, for the donut shop and everything. And you remember those like big jugs of like Crybabies or like Lemon Heads?
Oh, yeah.
Right? And they're like individually packaged, right? So you could get like the whole tub of it for like, let's just say easy number, like $10 or something. There's like 100 pieces in there. So, I remember I saw it, and I was like, Dad, can I borrow, $10? And he's like, for what? I'm like, for this tub of candy. You don't need any candy. I'm like, no, I want to sell it at school. And so, his head was like, well, what are you getting at? Right.
Mm-hmm.
I said, well, so now he's interested on my whole thinking. I'm like, it's $10, and there's like 100 pieces in here, which makes it this many cents. And if I sell it for $0.25 at school, then I'll make this much money. And he was like, okay, grab the tub. And I feel like that's how, I was like slanging like Crybabies and Lemon Heads in my backpack at like first grade. It was like this whole thing. So it was always like, if I buy this for $5 and I could sell it for 10, it's like this profit.
That's exactly who I was growing up. And I was just telling Gil the other day that, like, I grew up okay off. Like, we didn't struggle or anything. And I think my dad had this, like, mentality of, like, this, like, provider, right?
Yeah.
Where you won't need anything. We don't need anything. My mom was a stay-at-home mom. But my mom's mentality was always, like, let's teach them values. And I remember in the summer, she used to, like, say, like, okay, you guys want to go to Knott's, you guys want to go here, you guys want to go there, how are we going to make it happen?
Yeah.
I would get so mad, and he was like, we don't need to, like, make it happen, like, I could make it happen. And Mom would be like, yeah, but that's not the point. Like, I want them to feel like they earned it, right?
Yes.
Like, they worked for it.
Yes.
So we would do lemonade, we would do raspados, and for me it was so much fun. I love servicing, I love giving a service, I love making money, like you said. And I remember during high school, I used to sell earrings. I would make buttons into earrings. I would package them, and I would carry them in my backpack, and they would see me already, and they'd be like, do you have new earrings today? And I was like, hell yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And I would like rip open my backpack and pour out like packs and packs of earrings that I made. And I made so much money that summer, I remember, like about before the summer, and I was able to buy myself all these things. But it's always that's my mentality to always, how can we make some money off of this?
And it's so cool to like be like, I feel like more and more there are like people that are like using their creativity to design and just make things. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm always all about like, supporting like small local businesses, like women owned, like, and everything. And just everything, like pins and hats and clothing, and just seeing like a different style, out there. The earrings that I have, on are like handmade earrings. It's like, it's so cool to see. It's just like limitless. There's just so many things that can be created. And even if you don't have a knack for it, you can learn it.
Yeah.
You learn it, you do it, if you have the time to tinker with it. My mom's that way. Like, she's started learning how to crochet, and I'm like, well, what are you doing now? And she's like, making hats. I'm like, hats? Like a big, like, like a Fisher hat and stuff. I'm like, that's serious stuff.
So that's where the comment came from when you first came on about drawing the similarities between podcasting and crocheting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I kind of feel like it's that. My mom's like, if she's with my dad, she's like in the passenger seat, like crocheting.
Oh, really?
Yeah. What are you doing?
That's cool.
She's like, I'm making a scarf.
Well, me and Amber, we podcast and drive too. So.
Oh wait, I think I saw like one of your videos where
on
you guys
our way.
do that. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Another one of our little projects that we do.
That's cool.
We're always doing something.
But it's because you guys are already talking.
Yeah.
Right? You guys are normally like talking.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Exactly
our
what was the.
Yeah, so then now it's just recorded. Everyone wants to hear what you
And
guys
everybody
are talking
loves
about.
it.
I think it's cool.
We get good feedback. And I mean, of course, you see, some videos of people doing that, but not many. Not many on the independent level.
No, not at all. I mean, it's kind of like it's like carpool karaoke.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys can like start picking up your guests.
Oh yeah, that's the next phase, right? That we're looking into.
Yeah, definitely.
And Helen's just right here too.
I am down the street, you guys.
Maybe we'll pick her up on
after practice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll let you know when I need like a ride home or something.
Yeah. We are so down to do that.
Yeah. That's gonna be like a whole other thing.
There we go, and you're local too. So what do your parents think about roller derby and the motorcycle? And,
Oh
and
man.
all that?
So my mom and I are like best friends. So I tend to tell my mom everything. I think I just like recently, there's so many things that I'm doing that it's kind of hard for them to keep up with. And I kind of feel like they wish that I just kind of like had this like one track mind and just went and like became like a doctor or something, but it just didn't work out that way. So I tell my mom everything I do. She knows I still have my motorcycle and, she's like, just be careful always. And then I showed her the video of me. I was like, so I started to play this sport and I'm on roller skates, and she's like, oh yeah, okay. And then I showed her a video of it, of me actually playing. And she's like, oh my gosh, did you get hurt? And I'm like, well, I'm wearing all my pads, I'm fine. I'm fine. There's bruises and whatnot and everything, but it's still a lot of fun. And she's like, okay, just be careful. But my dad's a little bit different. He's more of like this, like my Asian old fashioned dad, so he just kind of wants to know that I'm okay. He doesn't like to hear too much about all of my excursions. He knows like I have a motorcycle, he's seen it. I told him I roller skate. He doesn't know exactly what I do on roller skates. But I mean, I've always kind of been into just like really random things. And so lots of sports, tennis and stuff. So yeah.
So it sounds like they're pretty supportive
Yeah.
of whatever you do.
Kind of, for the most part. I think if I just kept talking about, all the different things, they just it's just on to the next, just on to the next, like, why don't you just find somebody to settle down with and, like go get like a job with benefits? And I'm like, it's just one life, right? YOLO.
Yeah. No, that's 100% true.
Yeah. It is.
We got to squeeze in everything that we want to do and that we want to feel that we have passion for.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because that's, just talking to you for about an hour and 20 minutes, you are very passionate about whatever you do in your life.
Thanks. I'm glad it comes out that way because I do feel pretty passionate about everything I do.
And Helen, thanks for coming out and doing this.
Thank you guys for the invite. I appreciate it.
I appreciate it. So, Helen, what do you have coming up?
Oh my gosh, this Saturday, we are, it's roller derby, you guys. It's Mardi Gras. We'll be at the Rinks, Corona. It's off of the 71 and 91 off of Green River. Come out and support four, really good roller derby teams. And I'm repping Prison City Roller Derby. So definitely come out and see us on Saturday. And we've got our schedule up. You can look at prisoncityrollerderby.com for our full bout schedule of home and away games. But that is up and coming.
What about your business? Plug it in.
Oh, yeah. www.barkhousepetsitters.com. If you've got animals in need, if you're in the Chino Hills, Chino, Ontario, Pomona, Diamond Bar, surrounding cities, and you are taking a trip or need your dogs walked or anything like that, give us a holler. It's www.barkhousepetsitters.com.
All right.
Yay.
Got anything else?
I think that's kind of it.
That's it. Amber, what do we have going on?
So this week we have on Thursday open mic in the city of Paramount, right?
We got open mic, City of Paramount, music, poetry, comedy. Yours truly will be hosting that event. And then the following day, we have Art de Mente, which is Mind Buzz's art show in the gallery of Horchateria Cafe in Paramount as well. And then what do we have on Sunday?
So on Sunday we have the clothing swap. So come out if you have anything that doesn't serve you a purpose anymore and you think might serve someone else a purpose, come out and bring some stuff out there. It's really fun. Have some coffee, eat some churros, and get a new outfit.
Cool.
Awesome.
That's what we got going on. Thanks, guys. Thanks for listening.
The Mind Buzz Podcast.
You're awesome, dude.
Dude, that was dope.
You're awesome.
No, you guys are awesome.
Bye, everybody. Peace out.
Thanks for listening to the Mind Buzz podcast. Subscribe to the Mind Buzz YouTube channel and watch full podcast episodes. Keep up with the hosts, guests, and upcoming events by following the Mind Buzz on Instagram @the Mind Buzz. See you on the next one.